Okay, we are rolling. Greetings, dear Aries. That's you. This is Tarot Lumination, and this is your mini love and relationship generic report for August 2018. You know the routine if you've been here before. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Cross watch for significant others, okay? You might as well. And for singles too, if you want to, you can watch this, even though the spread is really built for people in a chosen relationship. You can still watch it for singles as long as you allow for the laws of attraction, the energy of what if. I'll show you in just a second. Because you're always radiating energy, okay? Whether you know it or not. Just like a cell phone that's always switched on in voice mode. No text, no data, just cell voice, okay? So we're going to use the Tarot Lumination Crucible spread. It's on the understanding that there are three entities. There's you, a significant other, and then there's the relationship itself, which has a life, purpose, mission, identity, energy, auric field of its own. Just like this, okay? So in a deeply loving relationship, of course. Sometimes it doesn't always work like this. Sometimes this is a mess. Anyway. We're going to be optimistic here, okay? We're going to make the best of this. So Aries, what's going on? You might be one of these lucky ones who's dealing with the eclipses a little more smoothly than others because the Leo Aquarius axes have been actually quite harmonious for you. Some of the planets, some of the signs are having a really, really rough time. Like through July, we had the Cancer new moon eclipse, right? July 12th, you had the full moon Leo Aquarius eclipse July 27th, and in August, you're going to have the last eclipse of the year, August 11th, the Leo new moon eclipse, okay? So, like, you might be dealing with the aftershock of what happened at the very tippy end of July, all right? Like you got seriously dinged, like, whoa, what just happened? Well, you're going to find out a lot more through August, especially coming out of August, especially by the middle or end of September, when all the reverberations of the eclipses are starting to settle down a little bit, okay? So you'll see what this means in a moment when we pull the spread. Hold on. So unlike the other readings with the other signs, we kind of did this really, really elementary, stripped down little notation here. It's a Tarot Lumination Astro Doodle, and this one's for you, Aries. Look, there's Aries, August 2018, and the big event is August 11th. It's the new moon Leo eclipse, and it happens in your fifth house. Your fifth house, oh gosh, true love, romance, fun, excitement, creativity, self-expression, all those yummy things over here. Look, I just wrote them. Theater, creative, like art, music, and writing, like in the manifestation of that stuff, like being a pop star or a rock star or a writer or making art or being creative, those kind of energies, okay? But especially in love and relationships, it's about true love and romance, like the deliciousness of romance. Romance is not dead, people. Romance is a very, very important part of life. A lot of people crave it. Some people want it. Some people have it. Some people don't want it, they're scared of it. It's different for everybody, but for you, Aries, it's full on. Look at this. You've got a Leo freaking new moon eclipse in your fifth house. So this is a serious calendar moment for you, okay? August 11th. Like there's the whole of your life before August 11th, 2018. And then there's the whole of your life after August 11th, 2018. What's that going to look like? Dun, 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 dun. A lot going on there. Okay, so let's just leave it like that for now. We'll probably come back in a minute. All right, now cards are well shuffled in advance, but we're going to go to the last second so that you're a witness. Please bring in your spirit guides, your angelic beings, your invisible friends, your team from behind the veil. However that is for you, it works by invitation. They're there anyway, but seriously, it works so much better when you invite them into your life, okay? I have to do that here at Tarot Illumination, otherwise everything would fall apart. I'm heavily, I'll be honest, I'm very dependent on my invisible friends, okay? No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Sorry about that. It's enough just to read this as it is, okay? All right, so let's just assume that you are gathered and you are present. Cards are well shuffled now. Just going to go to the last second until I feel good for you. Okay. Did I say that about singles? I think I did, yeah. Singles, like, oh, that would be you over here. This would be the energy of another. This would be like, what if? What if? Laws of attraction. You're radiating. What comes back to you? What's the potential? Okay, so here we go. Bless this deck. Bless this reading. Bless you, dear Aries. Bless this channel, Tarot Illumination. Bless all the viewers. Bless Googling YouTube. All of it. The internet. The computers. The stages. The cameras. All of it. We need all of it. We can't do this without any of those. Okay, here we go. So this would be the energy that you're radiating. Over here, the significant other, what are they radiating? Over here, deep in the heart and soul of you, deep in the heart and soul of the other, and over here to the core itself, the relationship. Okay, now, do you see what we're getting at here? Can you see what we're talking about? Like, this is the crucible. This is a crucible spread here. This is a Tarot Illumination crucible spread. And this kind of correlates to this. Okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, let's keep going. Over here, let's say outcome, momentum, prospects. What are you generating here? What is this generating? It's constant flow. Think of this like a fountain, like you're in Italy, you're in Venice or something in Italy, and you're watching a big fat fountain. What's happening? Everything's always in a state of flow, circulating. Okay, unless this is completely demolished and broken and leaking like a sieve. Okay, so we're going to look at circumstantial energy, what's out there, what's around you, and Aries, of course, like everyone else, make the best of it. By the way, did I mention this earlier? Because of you being Aries, very harmonious with the Leo Aquarius stuff, you might have found a way to get through these eclipses without too much shell shock, too much collateral damage, so that you can come out the other side, especially towards the end of September, where whatever's going on here right now in your love life will make a lot more sense in a month or two from now. Okay, even 6 months from now. Let's have a look. What do we got? Circumstantial energy, you're going to make the best of it, okay? Like the rest of us, we have to. Good or bad or whatever it is, going to make the best of it. And you got the Four of Pentacles. My feeling here is multiple. Like part of you is realizing like, wow, this is a chance to really create a new foundation in life, get into my power, build a structure, build a, like, you know, like make a plan. Make a plan, create something that will endure beyond, like create a legacy. Like, you know how architects think beyond their own lifetime, because they know that when they build a significant building, it's going to be long after they are gone. That's what I'm feeling here is what's happening with you, dear Aries, that you're considering the long term. You're considering how to lock it down, how to create structure, stability, power, strength, foundations at the very bedrock of your life that will endure. And that's evidential, physical. Love is as love does. Actual physical evidence of making right decisions, good decisions, you taking full advantage of the circumstances around you that are encouraging you to make the best of this and like come into a really, really solid three-dimensional reality that has, like, you can describe it. In other words, in terms of like a loving relationship, you could actually describe it. You could say like, wow, they really love me. They're here for me. They got at least a couple of credit cards. They have good intentions, good ambitions, and I'm in sync with them. They're in sync with me. We've declared our intentions to each other, me to them, them to me. That's good, solid evidence. Okay. Pentacles, material, physical evidence. All right, let's have a look. What are you radiating? Okay. So with the Eight of Swords here, Aries, my feeling is that you might feel as though you're caught in a maze, stuck in a puzzle, not bewildered. I don't think this is going to, uh, I don't think this is like, what's the word I'm trying to say here? It's almost like you knew this was coming. Okay, with the Eight of Swords here, my feeling is that you're at a point now knowing that this eclipse is here. This is coming, and it's a serious puzzle for you. Okay, because there's a lot of potential conflicting interests going on here, which is inevitable with eclipses. Eclipses bring everything into really sharp focus. Whatever is no longer yours is going to be eclipsed away. Whatever is yours is going to be eclipsed into your life, for better or worse. Okay, and in this context, we're talking about love and relationship. So it might be feeling a little bit intimidating for you, like how, like you can be facing all of your fears, knowing that they're out there, knowing that you are highly vulnerable to self-sabotage at this moment, knowing that you have to continue anyway, knowing that you will continue anyway, knowing that perhaps the best way to continue is to completely detach yourself from like all the fears and the anxieties and just trust completely on your own internal GPS system and literally like hold steady, like deep breaths, meditative breaths, knowing that you're going to walk through this. You're going to get through this maze. You know, those mazes and puzzles that they have at children's fairgrounds and things, or gardens or rose gardens and things like hedge gardens. And you can walk through it. They can be very romantic, very enticing, very in some ways scary, but also very beautiful, because it's like when you deliberately get lost, like when you go off on a road trip and you deliberately get lost, just for the adventure and the feel of it, the sense of exploration. And then knowing that you're almost throwing away all the maps, all the GPS, switching off your tablets, smartphones, computers, everything, and you're going on total blind instinct. Okay? That's what I think is happening here, and it's by deliberate choice. Deliberate choice, partly to challenge yourself, okay, about the truth of your life, your reality, but also it's almost like because you have no choice, because you have no choice anyway. The eclipses put you in the position where you just have to deal with this as a significant calendar moment. You know, that really squirmy, scary feeling when you're going through customs and immigration at an international border somewhere. It can be very intimidating, even if you've got nothing to hide. It still feels very scary. Okay, so what are they radiating over here? Whew! Well, lucky for you, you've got someone on your side, Aries, because it looks like this looks like a simple declaration of love to you from someone who deeply loves themselves and has been through the wars, who already knows what it's like to be completely demolished and trashed and lose a complete lifetime totally wasted and trashed because of war, conflict, futile ambitions, goals, egoic drives, whatever it is. And they realize like none of that stuff matters. The only thing that counts right now is coming home to love. Okay, getting out of the battlefields of life, coming home to love, and doing something with this stuff, because it looks like they have plenty to share and lots to offer, and this is their number one priority right now. And yeah, they might be deeply battle scarred. They might be like might be a lot. They might need a lot of WD-40 to keep them moving and operational. And maybe the horse is really like sweaty and tired and burnt out, but they are still fully committed. Okay, so I feel very good about this person for you, Aries. It's like they've gone far and wide. They've endured a lot of pain, and they've come out the other side. But they're not taking it personally. They're not bearing huge grudges and bitterness or anything like that. They're just decided, like, this is the time. The time is now. The time is now. Let's make this stuff happen. Like it's like coming home from war. People who come from war, like, I'm sick of all that stuff out there. I want to do something really cozy, cuddly, and homey and domestic. Let's make babies. Let's get a house. Let's do cozy, fun, cuddly things as a couple. And you're over here like, oh yeah, I've heard that expression. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, now I've got it. Oh, okay, but just keep going. Keep going. Oh, what do I do now? What do I do now? Turn left, turn right. Yeah, okay, keep going. It's okay. Don't worry, Aries, you got this. Okay, you got this. All right, let's have a look. To me, this feels like quivering hearts, like, ooh, like, ooh, 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 wow, that was nice. Just the tiniest little thing, just the tiniest little is amazing. Okay, that's what it feels like here. Over here, what's coming out deep inside of? What's going on there? Wow. Oh. Well, this to me feels like total liberation. This feels to me like maybe this is something you've been dreaming of, wishing for a very long time. And finally, the eclipses are going like kaboom, kerblam. They're blowing up anything and everything that is in the way of making something really gorgeous happen for you, Aries, that's coming right at you. Okay? They're coming right at you. They're coming for you. And in some ways it's a bit scary, but it's also very liberating because it puts you in this position of like, oh my God. So this is what it's like. I've heard about this stuff before. I've heard about this. I've seen this in movies. I've read about this in novels. I've heard about this in friends and family and other people like who've had like these ecliptic moments in their life. But oh my God, it's happening to me now. Oh my God. I'm guided and I'm protected in this, so don't worry. All right, Aries, you're fine. You're fine. Don't stress. Of course, you could stress and freak out if you wanted to, but it looks like you're making very, 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 very considerate, patient decisions one by one at a time to not freak out, despite every ingredient around you that could induce you to freak out. Let's have a look. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, well, my feeling here with the Nine of Cups is that they are really literally quite pleased with themselves, to the point where it's like secretly they already know they've scored. They already know that they've landed pretty much in heaven as far as they're concerned. And that might be very disturbing for you. Oops, like a big oops moment. How are you going to deal with that, Aries? Because it looks like they're bringing in everything they've got. In other words, all the experience, and it's like they know an awful lot about what doesn't work when it comes to love and relationships because they've been through so much of the wars, and they're coming out. But the beautiful thing is that they also have now like a profound new awareness of what does work. And this is what works. The number one priority is the love that you bring. And they bring big love. What's that? There's that. Oh, is it a John Lennon thing or something? Like the love you get is only equal to the love you bring or you make or something like that. I can't remember. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here for you, Aries, is that like deep down, I think you've scored, but in your waking day-to-day life, it's actually kind of terrifying that you've scored. Because it is deeply redeeming, deeply liberating, and it allows you to almost redeem yourself, start your life again without any blame, without any apologies, blessing. I mean, having loved ones and still blessing them and loving them, but having this as well. It's something really quite profound here. Aries. So I'm happy for you. And in some ways, they're almost gloating. You know, can you see that? They're gloating. It's like they kind of scored. Okay, sorry, I got all carried away there. Hold on. Let's have a look. What's going on? Okay, well, I think this is very much to do with the eclipses. And I also think, Aries, that in an indirect way, this is something to do with, okay, I'm just going to pencil something in here for you. Please bear with me, okay? Leo, Aquarius, okay. I'm going to do this very faintly, okay? Okay, I don't know if you can see this very faintly. I put something in here. I'm making notes from the eclipse July 27th and thereabouts, these kind of long-term patterns that have been happening for a while. This would be the Aquarius energy over here, like Mars in Aquarius, the Moon in Aquarius. This would be Jupiter in Scorpio over here, and this would be the new Uranus and Taurus thing going on here. Well, in terms of astrology, if you look at it this way, again, I'm not gonna put it in here. I don't want to mess this up, but I'm gonna illustrate it. Here to here. Oh, damn, the freaking screen froze. Give me a second. Please bear with me. Oh gosh, I'm sitting here staring at the. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it defroze itself. I don't know what happened. It freaked me out. It seems to happen randomly now and again. Thank you for hanging in with me. What I'm feeling here with the death card here at the core of the relationship itself is like going deeper into the astrology. Like here's the Leo new moon eclipse, all right, August the 11th. That's a huge pileup just there on its own. But when you factor in Jupiter in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus, and the aftershocks of the moon in Aquarius and Mars in Aquarius, look what you get. Bam, 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 bam. And what is that? That is a grand cross, a grand square, the most stressful thing in the freaking planets, probably that you can imagine. So you get the square, the square, the square, the square, and you get the opposition, and you get the opposition. So that's a tremendous amount of pressure on the Leo new moon eclipse above and beyond the Leo new moon eclipse itself, okay? So I'm just throwing this in for flavor. And what I feel is happening here is that this energy here is so conflicting, so strong, so challenging that it's like putting the Leo new moon eclipse under intense pressure, way above and beyond normal, which is causing deep, profound, transformational, vibrational soul healing at the very core. It's like total, like the hacking away. It isn't just an eclipse, like, okay, this is gone, eclipse out of here. Let's move you. You know, did I use the analogy earlier about going through security and customs clearances at an international border? Anyway, if I didn't, I'm saying it again now. So this is to me, it feels like that energy of going through the eclipses. You're coming up to the scanners and the friskers and all the guys dressed in uniforms who are trying to intimidate you. You have to take all your clothes off and they do, you know, deep probing searches and everything like that. Because that's what it's going to feel like. I don't feel like you're just going to walk through, nothing to declare, sir. Oh, yeah, okay, it's just a backpack. I'm clear to go. And they say, okay, cool, go. No, I think what's happening is you realize you're going through a serious, serious gateway here. It's intense pressure, maximum pressure, where there's you coming in one side and you're going to like go through these like convulsions. And then there's you coming out the other side thinking, what the heck just happened there? I got through okay, but I'm leaving this life when I'm entering this life here. And it is like a firewall, okay? With the death card here, it isn't just the eclipse. This is a complete slashing. You know, on the Thoth deck, for example, they have the Grim Reaper literally hacking, 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 cutting away anything and everything that is no longer yours to clear the way for that which is yours. It's kind of like in the old days when they would burn the stubble in crops to provide the nitrogen and phosphorus for the growth for the next crops. They obliterate, they destroy the field, and that provides fertilizer for the new field. Of course, it's very painful, very destructive, but it's all very redeeming, very liberating, and it allows the delicious new fertilized land to unfold. There you go. Let's have a look what's going on over here. Okay, it's like, whew. To me, it feels like you're going to be so happy when you get through this, when you come out the other side, Aries, because even though the Leo Aquarius eclipses are relatively harmonious for you, it still is eclipse energies, and the eclipses themselves were highly, highly challenging. Of course, out of the squares and the challenges is your maximum opportunity for growth. It's just, it happens in potentially very stressful, uncomfortable ways. So we're allowing for that here on the Tarot Illumination channel, because that's what we do. All right, so my feeling is that this is going to be very good for you, very healing for you. And as you come out of it, especially towards the end of September and into October, you're going to go into this state of deep serenity, deep peace, where you realize there's no going back. You've moved from one life into a new life, and that's just how it is. Okay? And it's very peaceful. It's very healing. It allows you to just, it's like what you do after you go through a really profound transformational experience, especially if it's at this level of deep soul healing. Here, if you think of this as your relationship itself with this significant other is profoundly, deeply transformational and healing for you. I look at this as one of the most powerful healing cards, along with the Tower. Okay, so this is going through huge amounts of transformations in your life with regard to you and the others around you. So you come in with one thing, and you go through the gates and you come out with another thing. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And this is very peaceful, very redeeming for you, very, very healing for you, because you get to reconnect with a deeply loving soulmate who's been there all along, lifetimes in the waiting. Okay, and now they're here, right now, here and now. Okay, so there you go. I'll just leave it like that. You can reinterpret however you want. I see a lot of love here, but I see a lot of quaking and shaking going on, and ultimately deeply, profoundly soothing and healing for you. I'll put this here, and you can reinterpret however you want. All right? Okay, all the best, Aries. Thanks for visiting. Have a super August. Catch you next month. Bye-bye.